to say it, but a lot of people that I do read are only in relationships because they just both want to be in a relationship. But I see that your feelings that you have for each other are real. You're soulmates. This is so rare. I don't see this. This is probably the strongest bond I've ever seen. Hello angels, welcome back to my channel. It's Christina, and today I'm going to be doing an Ask Christina video where I address all your questions via a video reading. Today my client Bob requested I do a love reading for him and his love interest Melissa. They're not currently together anymore, so we wanted to see what was going to happen in this reading. So Bob, I'm going to give you some answers today. I'm going to be doing a love reading for each and every single one of you in my next reading, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Okay, we're going to jump right into the reading, and we're doing Bob's burning after the reading because we want to address all the problems of the past, present, and future in this relationship. So we want to analyze everything and then send whatever energy is needed their way. I'm going to jump right into the reading now. Bob, I hope this gives you some clarity, and I hope that you guys all enjoy watching so that you get an idea of what my love readings are like. So Bob is not with Melissa anymore. So Bob, I see that you and Melissa go a really long way back. You have been together, I'm seeing through like teenage years. You went through a lot of milestones together. And I would say high school, because I'm seeing that a change of direction came when there is a start of a new chapter, which I would say is college, where you both were distant. There was a change in direction because you both were so close, and there was a different dynamic to the relationship during the high school times, and she began pushing you away when she was at college because she was afraid of getting too close to you, and she was thinking a lot about your future because you both had discussed marriage before, and she did mean it. Melissa did say that she wanted to marry you, and she did mean it at the time. And the hardest part of this for me, I'm feeling all the emotions, is very overwhelming right now, is that you have a relationship like no other with Melissa. I've done so many love readings before. It's the most popular requested readings, and I hate to say it, but a lot of people that I do read are only in relationships because they just both want to be in a relationship. But I see that your feelings that you have for each other are real. You're soulmates. This is so rare. I don't see this. This is probably the strongest bond I've ever seen. And that's why it's hard for you that you're not together. And you both had very strong feelings for each other. But I see that her internal struggles that she has interferes with her ever allowing herself to get too close to you. You both share a lot of things together. I would say your childhood, because I'm seeing a father figure here. I'm seeing that both of you may come from broken families or something of that nature, and you both were able to bond so strongly over that, so it really hurts you that she can't allow you to ever come that close. And I wanted to tell you that right now she is talking to other people, and I know that's really hard for you to hear, and I know that you're going to be checking up on her every once in a while, which is fine. You want to watch out for her well-being. But when you do move on, Bob, it's going to be a test for you because Melissa is going to come back in, and she's going to be curious when you have officially moved on because she's going to feel it. And she's going to miss you, and she's not going to find somebody like you ever. She's not going to have that sort of person that she really feels that connection with, partly because, one, internally she has a lot of these struggles that aren't going to allow her to get close to anyone. And two, because you were her soulmate, you were meant to be, you were that person that would have had the best future for her. And she's going to get curious and say, hey, I think you did really love me. And she will be acting like she's willing to give it another shot, but she'll never be able to give all of herself to you and embrace all that you have to offer. I see that you guys were supposed to be married, and I want you to know that none of this has to do with you not being good enough, because I see you did everything that you could do to help her. But this brought out a side of you that was the worst version of yourself. I see traits of you that I haven't seen at any point in your life, because you're so easygoing, Bob, and you have like these really genuine qualities. And she turned you into a person that you never were before. I see more anger coming out in you and frustration. You weren't as patient and accepting. I see a lot more yelling and confrontation in these disagreements. Not that you were ever mentally or physically abusive, never that, but it brought out a different side of you, the worst side of you that I've seen before. And if it keeps going in this direction, it's never going to improve. It's constantly like a tug of war, and she's pulling you all the way in her direction. Ultimately, I see that you will be able to move on, but for right now, I know that you had marriage on your mind. I want you to know that she did mean that when she said that she did want to marry you, but she's never going to be able to give all of herself. And the reason why she's embracing these other people that are coming her path right now, and she's able to talk to them and connect with them easily, at least temporarily, is because she doesn't have that fear of getting too close to them, partly because of those childhood and broken home things that you guys shared. She handles it in a different way than you, and she doesn't want to be too close to anybody, and she sees that these people that she talks to don't want to be close to her in that level that you do, and really aren't looking to pursue a relationship with her. Oh, Bob, I want you to know that I know that you're going to ask me about if there's any way possible that this could be redeemed. Like I said, I don't want to repeat myself. You're going to try again, because you're always going to be curious about what if this could have worked. But I don't want you to get hurt, because she's going to rock the boat, and Melissa's going to hesitate. And once you guys start getting close again, and she's going to say, hey, like, this is why it didn't work out, I think I want to be with someone else, is because she can't devote herself to being close to you and embracing all that you have to offer her. This is going to create problems in her future relationships, but to validate for you, I wanted you to know that you were her soulmate, and I want you to heal from this and be able to move on without her interrupting in your phase of moving on, because it's not right to put you in that position where you're constantly questioning and you're trying to give more of yourself, and you're thinking that you're not doing enough, because you did all that you can do, and I want you to know that there wasn't anything that you could have done better or differently. I hope that this clarifies a lot for you, and you know that soulmates are not always meant to be. I wanted to teach Bob this and all of you guys this, that just because somebody is your soulmate does not mean that you are meant to be in the long haul. It depends on how the course of the relationship is. And Bob, you are always going to have that spiritual connection with Melissa. You're never going to lose touch with that. You're always going to be able to connect even when you don't talk. and you're always going to feel for each other. But this connection is not meant to last in the present and the future. You guys aren't meant to connect in that way physically and in person, only from a distance. So you guys, I hope that that sheds some light for you on knowing about your soulmate, and knowing that just because somebody is your soulmate or is that best person for you, that they're like your best friend and they're that person that you don't feel that connection with anyone else, that it's not always you and it doesn't always work out. That's why we're here for readings, and we're here to see what we can improve and who we are going to meet. So Bob, I hope that you got some clarity for your reading. We're going to jump right to Bob's burning right now. What we're going to do is send some healing energy to Melissa to allow her to be open and accepting to any of the reassurance Bob is going to offer her when he does contact her. We're not going to force anything. We're only going to send energy that is meant to be, that they could work through some obstacles, possibly if it is meant to be for them to be together, so that we do all that we can possibly to change this, because readings aren't all about whatever is in these cards here. We do readings to see what we can possibly change. We want to see the course and direction that things are going, but cards can be changed. Through readings, I tell you what's supposed to happen, but you can make changes possibly, and we could send energy to make adjustments. So that is what we're going to do right now for Bob. And that's what we're going to do in any of your future readings, is see what the problem is. We're going to analyze past, present, and future, and take a look at anything that needs to be done, and do tweaks and see in the next coming readings how the energy is shifting, because there's a lot of things that affect energy. So Bob, going forward, I want you to give Melissa some space. You could check up on her here and there. Allow her to be on her own for a little while and see how things are in the world with these people that she's coming in contact with. There are a few males around her. I'm not saying that to bother you. I just wanted you to know truthfully and to be able to plan how we're going to act towards this. So we want to let go a little bit, check up on her, leave things off good with her, even if you did have an argument, because I see that you guys had a little bit of an argument recently. But just contact her, make sure she's okay, say you wish her the best, and here and there you could check up on her as a friend. And I know that she's going to gravitate towards you a little bit more if she starts hearing from you less, and she feels a little bit of an energy shift. And this burning is also going to make her respond a little bit more to opening up to you and wanting to become closer to you. So I want you to act natural, see how things are going to happen. I want you to be peaceful, and I want you to just try to let this energy go and not freak out. I want you to know that this isn't the end, and you're going to get everything that you have worked for thus far. So you're going to see her admit her feelings once again. It's not like you're never going to see that side of her again, but I want you to see when you do reconnect, if she's able to sustain that. I want you to think that to yourself and say, hey, is one day she going to be really sweet and then change up? And then you're going to see what I'm talking about, that she's never going to fully commit herself to you and embrace everything that you have to offer. So I hope that you guys enjoyed Bob and Melissa's reading. I hope that you feel some clarity, Bob. We're going to do that burning for you to send you some relief and to work on the obstacles and see if it's meant to be. I bless and activate this work from my client born in the month of December to allow her to heal and crush through any internal blockages she is facing that are preventing her from her destiny with her soulmate born in the month of February. I bless and activate this work from my client born in the month of February to allow him to accept the outcomes of his destiny with his soulmate born in the month of December. I bless and activate this work to allow the memories between these soulmates to never be forgotten, no matter where life takes them.